This is Reality Dispatch, written by Jim Minns.
There was some bread left over, but it was stale. Yet they were famished, as none of them had eaten all day. The meal was a welcome distraction. Peter observed the empty chair left by the rabbi. It was hard to believe he had been sitting there, talking amongst them 12 hours earlier. It wasn't outside the scope of Peter's understanding that Rabbi was gone. Just the suddenness had struck him in a way he had never experienced. It was hard to swallow the reality of the new life he would live without his teacher. He looked around and saw his friends, all sitting in somber silence. The innkeeper had allowed them to stay another night. Peter secretly wondered if he was a follower. His generosity was not known in the parts. They had been 12 the night before, and now they numbered 15. A solid congregation for a wake no one wanted to attend. "There's some of his drink left," Thomas said as he pointed to the cup Jesus had left behind. "It's half empty." He raised it to observe the wine inside. "No, it's half full," said James, removing the cup from his hand and drinking the remains. This was the most that was said for many hours. None of them knew what to speak of besides the cruelness they had all witnessed. Even those observations couldn't sustain lengthy dialogue. None of them could explain their need to be together, other than the feeling that only togetherness can allude to. Each person in that room intimately knew the Messiah, and no one else could fathom nor understand these connections. In the absence of the Lord, that was the closest they had to him on this cold night. Peter sat with his shoulders slumped. He continued to look at the empty seat. He felt himself fold in like unleavened bread. The life sucked out of him. Happiness was an illusion once hinted at, never realized. How could one be happy in a world so cruel? "If only we didn't fall asleep in the garden," said Matthew. "We'd have spent more time with him." Peter shot him a look of frustration, but he withdrew his criticism. Matthew was right. The limited time they had left with Jesus was subverted due to their greediness for sleep. He could have shared one more lesson. "It wouldn't have made any difference," said Andrew. "He was a lamb to the slaughter. He knew it. We knew it. From day one, the writing was on the wall." "Andrew, hold your harsh tongue," said Esther. She tilted her head to a guest who sat amongst them silently in the corner. It was Mary, his mother. She had a vacant expression in her eyes, one that Peter imagined couldn't be touched by insult. Nonetheless, Andrew retreated and drank from an empty cup. "It's just," began Peter. The room moved in to hear what he had to say. He had been silent most of the day and was numb when the crucifixion was unfolding. "It's just the emptiness of it all. It's just, I can't explain it." He continued, "It's like a dark hole. It surrounds my heart." "Mine too," said Mary from across the room. The followers nodded their heads and looked at the empty seat. They remembered the times they had and yearned for another taste of his company.
For more stories of fact-based fiction, head to jimminns.substack.com.